Donkey Kong can get his hands on a light character, especially someone as big as Mewtwo, and of course with that tail hurt box not doing any favor, so Iota's going to have to be careful. But we can potentially see some good outspacing. We're already starting to see it with those down tilts, so Wasabi's going to have to be really careful up close.
Yes, yeah. It's going to be interesting, though, because like Mewtwo in this game, deceptively good at playing at range. That forward air does so much. And, you know, things like up air as well are surprisingly good. Back air as well, if you can time it. You know, Mewtwo is like, it feels like a sword character when you're in advantage. The downside is like, you know, you're probably at this point 20% away from getting up throw up airs.
Truly, yeah. Especially with this rage.
Right.
All right, but fighting back those neutral airs, I like that rising neutral air, kind of making it tough for Donkey Kong. He wants to shield grab you, but if you're kind of like, you got that multi-hit hitbox, your hurt box is like changing all the time, definitely makes it tough.
Right. So right now trying to fight out of the corner with these down tilts. There's the grab. 56% is just right. Wasabi taking that first stock as Iota goes down to the last one.
I love that there's a dedicated Wasabi fan that pops off specifically and only for the cargo throw up air. Is completely silent in the crowd with every other interaction, but is standing on their feet every time we see that.
Yep. Woo, yeah. Love to see it right there. Nice little command grab from the ledge, but that jump gets caught out with the neutral air. It's going to be a tough spot. Mewtwo, though, with a pretty solid air dodge to get around. So something you got to watch out for. And 147 should be dead to, I was going to say forward air right there, but it's going to be the up air after that dodge. Yeah. Love that command grab right there.
I also thought it was going to be forward air, but trying to mix it up, showing you that Shadow Ball pressure, which is also a deceptively good projectile. Look at the shield damage!
Yeah, that's wild. Any move right now with shield cloak, most likely is going to be the back air, though, and a good little extension, too, to stuff out the approach.
That's also really good because that means that Donkey Kong was not able to shield grab there for a second, which really could have extended their life. But jab one, not going to lead into the cargo throw up air. I thought that was going to confirm. So Iota's got another couple chances here. But the window is getting smaller and smaller because Mewtwo's really, really light.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that first throw not killing is good because you're out of that window. But unfortunately, Mewtwo's so light that any 1 or 2 hit will do it. Unfortunately for Wasabi, though, stuck in the corner right now. A lot of lag on that up special when you do have to throw it out. Up air also keeping it going. Shadow Ball in the forward air. Oh, my God. I love the pressure right now. Good stuff from Wasabi, though, staying alive.
Yeah, really just weathering the storm here. But that forward air is going to do it. Had just enough rage to make it happen. I love the way that Iota was kind of like mixing up his momentum with like stopping the jump pressure with those side Bs. Really doing a lot of great pressure on their shield because you can kind of like command grab them through it.
Right.
Wasabi almost had it, even when the command grab didn't work out, still racked up a ton of damage there, but Iota was able to just kind of win out on those scrambles.
That's, basically exactly what it came down to. Really good conditioning as well. And the platform, normally a boon for Wasabi, just a couple of times actually was a bit of a negative. Kind of getting stuck on the platform, and maybe that sentiment was felt over on the controllers as we go to the stage with no platform.
Yeah, just taking it straight to FD makes a lot of sense, actually. Actually makes a lot of sense for this to be Iota's counter pick. Wasabi, on the other hand, I'm not sure what they're getting out of this, but right now they're taking a ton of damage.
Yeah, well, look, you know, when DK gets a grab, I think we'll kind of see the vision, if that happens. But right now it is the Iota show. Hold on now. Big damage here, going to be neutral air back airs. To force the air dodge, normally you can get something out of it, but that time Iota was fighting back in the forward air. Oh my God. We found it. We found it all makes sense.
Yes. I love that response from Wasabi. Iota was honestly kind of getting away with murder with all that offstage pressure. I just assumed it to be true, but Wasabi fighting back with that forward air, really shutting that down.
All right, kind of stuck in the corner though right now. I like that. That's a good little approach right there. A nice stop and go situation that Wasabi had. Good air dodge, but up throw should take that stock. No problem.
Even as heavy as DK, that up throw really, really surprised you with how strong the knockback is. So, stocks even here. Shadow Ball fully charged. No giant punch to speak of. I think that's a pretty solid like response for like some of Mewtwo's pressure if it's not true, just to scare him. Okay. I like that. Going for the fair. Great DI mix-up, and knowing the up air wasn't going to kill.
Yeah, this next grab should be curtains, though.
Oh, yeah.
And it was. And it's just like by the book, right? DK has like this whole flow chart where you're like, I get a grab. And I have a low percent combo. Usually it's cargo throw nair back air as we saw, and then a follow-up. And that's usually cargo throw forward air. And then guess what? They're perfect percent for cargo throw up air. That was a true, you know, color by numbers. If the DK main isn't busy eating the crayons, you get to paint a beautiful picture instead.
Yeah, so. If you blindfolded me and asked me how this matchup would go, I would have just said exactly what happened right there.
Exactly, yeah. And just like game 1, too, right, where DK gets beat up so much. that's kind of what you'd expect, but DK has a very wild response in the form of 3 neutral wins being the stop.
Right. So game 3, taking it to Smashville here. Iota really, really making great use of this platform with not only the back airs, but also the side Bs, really forcing Wasabi to just kind of panic to make his way back to the stage here.
Yeah, I mean, DK, in general, gets a lot out of being in shield, right? If you hit a shield, he gets grab. We talked about how good that is. So that command grab coming in is really important to kind of mix up that rock, paper, scissors situation.
All right, Shadow Ball just to keep the ground and neutral honest. Made it a little tougher for DK, but with all this rage, Iota has to be careful. Very, very well-placed forward air, though, is going to do it and give him this first lead.
Oh, I love that. Just jockeying for position there with the back air. Ooh. Air dodge, though, gets hit with a big 25-ish damage from the Shadow Ball. Can't really guess wrong when that move is on the table. It hurts a lot.
For real. All right, he's trying to keep the spacing going with the back air. Up throw, up air, going to confirm. Homie in the stands is popping off again, and the balloon is popped just for more psychic damage from Wasabi there.
Oh, all right, looking to try and punish that jump with the up air. Giant Punch also just does so much damage, physically and mentally. Gotta watch out for that. Like 17%, it might just kill on the platform.
Honestly, if he went for it, I would not have been mad.
Right.
Just to see.
Oh, all right, nice. Getting around that forward air from Iota. Iota now holding down center stage as Wasabi, just kind of takes it slow, not going for too much.
Ooh. Nice use of the Shadow Ball here. So Wasabi looking pretty far down here. Another forward air in this position might do it, but retreating to the platform, doing a good job of reacting to those forward airs, and of course, not holding up that shield to the side B doesn't ruin his plans here, but gotta really, really fight just to get back down to the stage.
Yeah. Oh, missed tech is it. Wasabi with a pickup, and Donkey Kong very curious as to what led them to that situation.
They said, where'd he go? Where'd he? I thought he was winning. But yeah, that was really well done. Expertly placed Giant Punch. That covers every option. And of course, even if Iota had the presence of mind to get up attack and try to beat it, it would have had the armor. So yeah, that platform really, really worked out well for him, which is a great turnaround because Iota, for the entire rest of the set, had been doing so strong on it.
Oh, definitely. Back air is actually very interesting. I didn't think you would have the confidence to go for that when you're Donkey Kong. My first thought is get back to stage.
For real.
Hey, that's 36 and counting right now. Mewtwo already really close to that window right now. That back air not working out for Wasabi to find the landing, but up tilt will do it. And now it is a very dangerous game we're playing.
Yeah, you see he's immediately backing off. He's like, I am not trying to land in front of his shield. Double forward air just to keep himself safe there. Maybe at most a max range back air or an air, but yeah, definitely doesn't want to take the risk here. Percent's relatively even. Mewtwo might be about out of the window, but when we see those explosive plays, especially what we can see with this back air or Giant Punch, Iota still can't get comfy.
That was a really good route from Iota and snuck the back air in as well, and I love that good old-fashioned air dodge kind of movement bait into the forward air, but caught jumping from the ledge. Just knocking on death's door right here. And the back air does it. Wasabi looking to lock in that top 8 spot, but Iota fighting back.
Okay.
I like that. A little short hop up here.
I think Iota's starting to panic a little bit, and Wasabi smells blood in the water, tries to enter off with a Giant Punch, but cannot find the up air, but this is a rough position for Iota. He has to change the pacing or else he's going to be out of this bracket.
No, the back air does it with the platform assist, and the Wasabi fans have one more reason to jump up and down because that is a lock for top 8, a 3-1 over Iota, and just textbook showing of Donkey Kong in Smash 4.
Yeah, really just did an amazing job there. Honestly, full 0 to death, no grabs even involved. I think there's one in the beginning, but I think Iota recognized how dangerous the situation was, and as soon as he'd be in disadvantage, oh, maybe I need to neutral air, or oh, maybe I need to down air or something. And this is kind of what we saw in the very first set of the night. It's once you start panicking and if you are guaranteed going to do something as soon as the hit stun ends, it doesn't matter what it is, all they have to do is wait. And I really think Wasabi took advantage of that.
Yeah.
He knew the pressure was building and just really rode that momentum comfortably into that top 8 spot.
Yeah, exactly. And that is another aspect of Donkey Kong, is that once you get that deficit, once it starts to mount more and more as the moments pass, and you get a little nervous, and that's the last thing you want to be doing against Donkey Kong.
For sure.
That was a great set to end it. We have the top 8 locked, and we will be finishing up tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, over on the other streams. So if you couldn't get enough of this game, There's 1,000 hours or more of footage that you can watch from years prior, or some wonderful action that you can catch live tomorrow over on that other stream. But I think we have a couple of things to talk about before we sign off, like JV5. So why don't you tell them real quick about JV5?
Yeah, sure. JV5 has some awesome new Smash-inspired streetwear. I love streetwear. I kind of dabble in a lot of different aesthetics, but streetwear is definitely one of them.
Oh, yeah.
And it is all available right now at Supernova over at booth 304 and 306. They've been doing a ton of cool collabs with top players like Junebug, Turn Down for Walt, and Vernius, all people I know that love to dress well. Shout outs to them. They have drops every month that you will not want to miss out on, so make sure to join the drop list over at jv5.com.
Nice. I even saw Stango in one for the combo contest.
Nice.
Looking nice. And we got District E as well over in downtown Washington, D.C., sponsored by Ticketmaster, and a 14,000 square foot live event venue focused on hosting some of the best tournaments and watch parties in the DMV area. You do not want to miss some of the action they have for Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Rivals of Aether 2, and some even online tournaments, bi-weekly live tournaments, and they are all free. So go ahead and check out next month's tournament over on District DC and District E DC.com, or that QR code. Just go back in the vial a little bit and give that a scan. And it has been a pleasure, to say the least. Sai, thank you
love
so
getting
much.
to spend time with my friends.
Always.
Every time I look at the schedule, I'm like, oh, friendship time.
I love it. And bonding over a game that I remember so fondly and still have more fond memories to make with. Smash 4, such a treat. I went all over northeastern United States to cast this game, and I, despite its flaws, love it so dearly.
Smash 4 brought me to my very first EVO. First time I traveled to Vegas. First time I went to Jersey.
Oh, wow.
Apex.
Yeah.
Been all over the country because of this game, and obviously my love for Smash in general and how far it's taken me. So very, very happy to pay some homage there to it tonight. But that's going to do it for the stream. As always, you can check me out on Twitter at PBLK and on Blue Sky at Psy-FGC. I have a weekly podcast that I love with my friends called Shonen Chumps. If you get the reference, you get the reference. New episodes dropping every Friday. We just did our newest one talking about Fantastic Four, Don Sakamoto Days, all those things. So check us out on all streaming platforms. If you need a new podcast to listen to, and I think that's going to do it for me. AG, tell the people what you want to tell them before we get on out of here.
Oh, you can find me over at Actually Gaming on X.com. It's the Everything app because I'm there, and also on Blue Sky. It's all linked in my profile. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for letting me cast some Smash 4 at Supernova, cast some Ultimate later in the week, and I'll just be enjoying all the vibes and events here throughout the weekend. It's been a blast, and we'll be seeing you next time.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.